I'm going to start off with Taylor Swift and her wedding to somebody at a big ceremony there in New York. I know she's got her fans, but I listened to a little bit of her music, but I just couldn't get into her. But I don't know, a little bit softer music, and I just like the harder stuff. Not real super hard, not like metal. Some metal I like. I'm going to point down. There's a groundskeeper over here. I don't see him, so I don't think he'd care. He's got a YouTube channel anyway, because I talked to him a couple of times. There's nobody self camping down there. I don't know if they're over at Walmart, if they've actually found someplace more interesting. Maybe it was a guy that made up with his wife. I don't know. Whatever, there's nobody down there now. Of course, it could be somebody that works for Sam's Club. I just like to park down there. I really don't know. Didn't get in there and talk to him. Anyway, there's several YouTube content creators. Now there's truth with, I'd really like to have them comment on my video. Saying, James, I'd love to exchange emails with you. Oh, all of the Sarahs. Jeepsy, Wonder Hussy, Sarah Toon down there in Tucson. I think some of you are watching my videos. And we can just exchange emails. You can comment on this video saying, James, we can exchange emails. I'll be your friend. I'd be happy with that. Make a collab video sometime. And there's a bunch of other YouTube content creators. Most of them have more subscribers. There's a couple that have fewer subscribers. But yeah, I'd do a collab video with you. I'll have to admit that meeting up with a content creator that has more subscribers than me, yeah, I would be getting a few of their subscribers to my channel. I'm not going to deny that. That would be one objective, but that wouldn't be the only reason. There's one lady, I have no idea if she had a cut. Probably didn't. I've covered her, a handful of times. She succumbed to the elements. It's been 4 or 5 years out there in the White Tanks. If she'd had a hiking partner, she'd probably still be out there hiking the White Tanks. If some chick needs a hiking partner, I'd love to do that. Nothing extracurricular, nothing romantic, just hiking partners. I said that one chick, if she had somebody watching her back, she'd probably still be here. Of course, you never know. But of course, her partner could have succumbed to the elements with her, but more than likely, because that park is pretty well. There's a lot of rangers out there, pretty well maintained, and trails are pretty well. Even in heat, either summertime, people are out there. So getting help wouldn't have been that hard. She went off trail. They had people looking for her because she's well known out there. They eventually found her. Let's see if somebody's into, or it's another one of the mountain hiking trails around here. Let me know. Again, if that other chick. I can picture Victoria Rose. Yeah, if you want to comment, if you want to do anything around here, leave a comment on this video and we can set something up. I think I'm going to comment. I talked to a lady. I've known her for a few years, one of the cashiers here at Sam's Club. Nice lady. I like her. But anyway, she's Latina, Hispanic. She said both of her parents, come here from Mexico and they spoke Spanish. I guess they learned English after they'd been here. Well, she's not quite my age, but she's probably, maybe a few years younger than me. But anyway, she said she never learned Spanish. Maybe knows a word or two. And this is not the case today. But at the time when I was a kid, it was a big stigma with Hispanic kids that did learn Spanish. Their parents didn't want them to learn Spanish. They just wanted to learn English. And I said, that's not the case today, because there's plenty of people around here that do at least speak English and Spanish. And I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I can kind of hold my own. Yo habla poquito español. Certainly, kids today they grow up here, they got to learn both languages. Last thing I want to cover is an individual that's accused me of lying on a matter, and I just don't like being called a liar. I've got to meet up with them, and I've got a copy of the King James Bible. I'm going to ask them to swear that their versions of events are true. And my best guess is, well, they're probably watching my video. But anyway, my best guess is they're going to refuse to swear on the Bible. That's my best guess, and I'll leave it at that. But I just don't like being called a liar. Most people don't. That you're like a politician. If you're a politician or a lawyer, then you really don't care. You've already sold your soul to the devil. But my guess is when I drag out my Bible, they're probably going to refuse to swear on it. And that'll be that. Lesson learned. Not everybody plays fair. Not everybody plays by the same rules. You got to realize. You got to realize that people you think are decent and fair or not. Okay, bye.